How to Prevent a Heart Attack After 60, a Senior Health and Longevity Guide. Heart disease is the leading cause of death in the United States, and it's a major threat to adults over 65. For so many of us, turning 60 can feel like you're suddenly in the danger zone, where a heart attack is just an inevitable part of getting older. But what if I told you that's not how the story has to end? What if the power to protect your heart and add vibrant, healthy years to your life is already in your hands? It's a common fear, but the latest science tells a much more hopeful story. Getting older doesn't mean your heart is on a countdown. In fact, many of the biggest risks for heart disease can be managed, dialed back, and even reversed. In this guide, we're going to bust the myths and show you the proven strategies for preventing a heart attack after 60. We'll explore how to build a stronger heart through the food on your plate, the movement in your day, and the critical lifestyle choices and medical checks that put you in control. Let's start this journey to a longer, healthier life, beginning with the foundation of it all, your diet. Pillar 1, the diet that builds a stronger heart. You've heard it a million times, you are what you eat. When it comes to your heart, that's the absolute truth. Good nutrition is your first line of defense in preventing heart disease. But with so much conflicting advice out there, it's easy to feel completely lost. The real issue isn't just cutting out bad foods, it's about actively bringing in the right ones. So many people are unknowingly eating hidden sugars and way too much sodium, which can lead to high blood pressure and plaque in the arteries. So what's the fix? It's adopting a diet that actively fights for your heart. The two eating plans most recommended by heart experts are the DASH diet, which stands for Dietary Approaches to Stop Hypertension, and the world-famous Mediterranean diet. Both have been proven time and again to lower blood pressure and slash the risk of heart disease. What does that actually look like on your plate? It's simpler than you think. First, load up on colorful fruits and vegetables. We're talking leafy greens like spinach, bright red bell peppers, and deep purple berries. These are packed with the antioxidants and fiber that keep your blood vessels flexible and healthy. Second, make the switch to whole grains. Swap out the white bread, pasta, and rice for heartier options like oatmeal, brown rice, and quinoa. The fiber in whole grains is a superstar at lowering that bad LDL cholesterol that can clog your arteries. Third, be picky about your protein. Step away from processed meats and fatty red meat, which are tied to a higher risk of heart problems. Instead, go for lean proteins like skinless chicken and turkey, beans, lentils, and especially fish. Fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, which are fantastic for cooling inflammation and protecting your heart. The American Heart Association suggests eating fish at least twice a week. And we have to talk about sodium. As we get older, our bodies become more sensitive to salt, which can send blood pressure soaring. The American Heart Association recommends an upper limit of 2,300 milligrams a day. That's just 1 teaspoon of salt for the entire day, but their ideal goal for most adults is even lower, at 1,500 milligrams per day. A simple trick: rinse canned veggies to wash off extra salt, or better yet, buy the no salt added versions. Making these changes doesn't have to feel like a chore. Start small. Try one new recipe a week, or make one simple swap, like choosing a piece of fruit over a sugary cookie. Every small step you take adds up to a powerful defense for your heart. Pillar 2, the power of movement and exercise. All right, if diet is the foundation, then movement is the engine that keeps your heart running strong. Regular physical activity is one of the most powerful tools you have to prevent a heart attack. A huge roadblock for many people is the myth that exercise has to be grueling or that it's just too late to start. That couldn't be more wrong. In fact, just sitting less is one of the biggest favors you can do for your heart. The American Heart Association recommends that older adults get at least 150 minutes of moderate-intensity aerobic activity every week. Now, that might sound like a lot, but let's break it down. It's just over 20 minutes a day, and you don't have to do it all at once. A 10-minute walk here and a 15-minute bike ride there all adds up. Consistency is what really matters. So what kind of exercise is best? Moderate intensity aerobic exercise is anything that gets your heart rate up and makes you breathe a bit harder, but where you can still carry on a conversation. Brisk walking is a perfect example. It's free, it's easy, and you can do it anywhere. Other wonderful options include water aerobics, which is incredibly gentle on the joints, cycling, and even dancing. Believe it or not, things like gardening and vigorous yard work count too. The trick is to find something you actually enjoy. If you look forward to your daily walk or dance class, you're going to stick with it. On top of that, try to add in muscle strengthening exercises at least 2 days a week. This doesn't mean you have to become a bodybuilder. You can use resistance bands, lift light weights, or even do body weight exercises like chair squats. Building a little muscle helps boost your metabolism and improves your balance, which is so important for preventing falls. If you're just starting, the golden rule is to start slowly. Don't go from the couch to 150 minutes overnight. Begin with 10-minute walks and gradually make them longer and a bit faster as you feel stronger. Remember, any movement is better than none. Every step is a direct investment in your own freedom and quality of life for years to come. Pillar 3: Critical lifestyle factors and medical monitoring. Beyond what you eat and how you move, there are some other key factors that can make or break your heart health. Let's talk about one of the most powerful and most overlooked predictors of a heart attack: chronic stress. When you're constantly stressed, your body is flooded with hormones like cortisol. This makes your heart pound faster and tightens your blood vessels, causing your blood pressure to rise. Over time, this constant state of high alert puts a massive strain on your heart and arteries. Studies show that long-term stress is a major risk factor for heart attacks, especially as we get older. The solution isn't to get rid of all stress. That's impossible. It's about learning how to manage your body's reaction to it. Simple mind-body practices can make a huge difference. Try this. Breathe in slowly for 4 seconds, hold it for 7, and exhale for 8. This simple exercise can immediately lower your heart rate and blood pressure. Practices like meditation and spending time in nature have also been proven to help. Another game changer is sleep. Adults should aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. Poor sleep is linked to high blood pressure and obesity, both huge risk factors for heart disease. If you snore heavily or always wake up exhausted, please talk to your doctor about being screened for sleep apnea, a condition that puts serious strain on your heart. And of course, we have to mention smoking. Quitting is single-handedly one of the best things you can possibly do for your heart. The healing process in your blood vessels starts almost immediately after you stop. As for alcohol, moderation is key. That means no more than 1 drink a day for women and 2 for men. Finally, knowledge is your superpower, and that's where medical monitoring comes in. Regular checkups are non-negotiable for catching problems early. Make sure your doctor is regularly checking your blood pressure and cholesterol levels. New guidelines from the American Heart Association and American College of Cardiology strongly recommend that all adults get a one-time blood test for something called lipoprotein A. It's a largely genetic factor, and knowing your number helps your doctor get a much clearer picture of your personal risk. These kinds of screenings can uncover silent issues before they ever become a life-threatening emergency. So, what's the big takeaway here? We've covered the roadmap to building a resilient heart after 60, a diet rich in whole foods, consistent and enjoyable movement, and being proactive about stress and medical checkups. You've learned that you can fight back against heart disease by filling your plate with colorful plants and lean proteins. You've seen that just over 20 minutes of moderate exercise a day can make a world of difference. And you now understand that managing stress and staying on top of your numbers are just as vital as any pill you could take. But the most important message is this: you are in the driver's seat of your own health journey. A heart attack is not your destiny. The small, smart choices you make every single day are what build a long, healthy, and vibrant life. If you found this guide helpful, please subscribe and hit the notification bell for more tips on senior health and longevity. Share this with a friend or family member you care about. And most importantly, always talk with your doctor before making big changes to your diet or exercise routine. They are your best partner on this journey. Thank you for watching, and here's to your heart health.